Hello, I'm going to talk to you about Numicon today. It's something we use a lot in school. I'm going to show you how we use it in school and how you can use it at home. First of all, I'm not being paid by Numicon for this, and we're not saying you have to buy it, but it's something that you might find useful. If you buy it in a shop or if you buy it on Amazon, it's about £42. If you can buy it second-hand on eBay for between £20 and £30, I'd recommend getting this set of 80 pieces of Numicon. If you decide to buy it, then you can either sell it on eBay or we can put an advert in our window for next year's reception children, and somebody would probably want to buy it, so you're not going to lose much money. Anyway, on to how it works. The Numicon is color coded, so a one circle is always orange, a 2 is lilac, 3 is yellow, 4 is light green, 5 is red, 6 is blue, light blue, 7 is pink, 8 is darker green, 9 is purple, and 10 is blue. And you can see that in my class I gave children one of these number lines at the start of the year, and these are Numicon colour-coded ones. We can give you one if you want one. And it's very easy for children to start recognising the numbers because they can count these. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty soon they learn to recognise that this is an 8. So you can use it in lots of different ways. I'm just going to show you some of them. First of all, you can use it for adding. So you could choose a 5 and a 4, and children can just put them together and count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if they're moving on to the next step of counting on, they can see which is the biggest number. They can get 5 in their head and then count on from 5. What's one more than 5? 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can learn to write number sentences like that. 5, add 4, equals 9. You can also use it for finding one more. So you could start off with 1. What's one more than 1? 2. 2. What's one more than 2? 3. And they can see that this matches the 3 there. What's one more than 3? 4. Matches the 4 like that. You can also do the same for 1 less. So 5. What's 1 less than 5? 4. And they can see the 4 there. So it's very visual for children. Another thing that you can do counting backs. So if we're doing subtraction, I've got 8 here, 8 take away 3. Well, they can just see it, so they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or they can get 8 in their head, 7, 6, 5, like that. Very good for number bonds. And number bonds is one of the targets. Learning number bonds by memory, but this will help children to recognise them. So, let's have a go. Number bonds of 5. You can do it with I'll write this down to help me. 5 and a 0 equals 5. Can I do it any other way? What about 4? 4 add what? 4 add 1 equals or makes 5. What else? Done it with a 4. 3 add what? 3 add 2, like that. Another thing that Numicon is really good for is the composition of numbers, which is finding different ways of making a number. Similar to number bonds, but number bonds are just adding 2 numbers together to make that number. So say you wanted to find ways of making 10, you find a 10 Numicon. Now you can get these white boards which Numicon sell, which fixes these in place. I don't think they're really necessary. So I just draw around them. That's what I was doing with my children this week. You can get them to draw around them as well. I like to draw my circles in. Right, so I've got 10 here. How can I make 10? Well, I could obviously do it with 10 and what? 10 and 0. That's a number bond. 10 plus 0 equals 10. Or how else could I do it? Well, I could do it with 5 add what? If your child's not sure, they can see it visually or they can count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many fingers? 5. 5 add 5 makes 10. Let's check. 5 add 5 makes 10. So those have both been number bonds, but you can do it. It's not just number bonds. Let's see. Let's have a 5 and a 3, and then what do I need? A 2. How else can I do it? 2 ones. So 5 add or plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 10. And this is so visual and such a good way for children to learn the composition of numbers. It's the best, it's the easiest way I've found. Love it. Let's move on from composition of numbers to doubling. So doubling is just adding the same number together. So very easy to do with Numicon because a 5 and 5 are both the same colour, so it's very easy to recognise. 5 and 5. If they don't know it, they can put them together and count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or get 5 in your head, count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've also got the double song, and I'll put a link to that, which is brilliant, a great way for children to learn songs. We do a little rap with it in my class. That was doubling. What else have we got? Oh yes, sharing and odds and evens. Now I teach, to start off with, just grabbing some resources. So I teach odds and evens by sharing into 2 equal groups. I've got 10 here, so the children would share into 2 equal groups. Train them to work systematically, moving one at a time. How many I've got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 here. Now, if it's even, there's none left over. If it's odd, then there will be 1 left over. We'll call it remainder 1. So if we go for 7, so if we go at 7, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, in the middle. So you can see 7 is odd because there's 1 left over. You can't share it evenly, fairly into 2 equal groups. Now another way of looking at odds and evens is to use something like wooden bricks or Lego, and you can use Numicon as well, and just stack them up and see if they're level. Now I'm not going to stack these up, I'm going to put them like this, but you'll get the idea. So 1 is odd, 2 is even, they're the same on both sides and they're level. 3 is odd, 4 is even. And if you get 100 grid, you could highlight the ones which are odd and even. This one's highlighted already. 5 is odd, you can see it clearly. 6 is even. So you can use that with Lego or anything, but with the Numicon, 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 you can just clearly see that it's odd, 4 is even like that, 5, is it going to be odd or even? Clearly odd, and 6 is even. And you can also go on past 10. So here I've got 10, and your child can begin to work out, and I'm going to talk about place value in a moment, but they can start to work out why 11 is odd and 21 is odd, but 22 is even. We're almost done. Now in the pack of 80 you get 10 ones, 10 twos, 10 threes, 10 fours, 10 fives and 10 tens, and the rest of them you get 5 of. So this is good for learning to count in different numbers. So let's do it with tens. So just practicing counting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, like that. You could do the same with fives and twos. For those, you can also use money to count with. I drop it into pots. I'll show you another video about that another time. What you can also do, and this is really good, is use the tens and ones for learning about place value. I've got my pen, hang on. There we go. So, say I want a number like 23. So we're learning that we've got tens here and ones here. So 23 is 2 tens. Do it like this. And 3 ones. Let's try 54. Okay, how many ones? 4. Get my 4 ones. And how many tens? 5. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, like that. That is more year 1 than reception level, but year 1 teachers use Numicon as well, and you might want to keep the Numicon until you're into year 2 and then sell it then. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful to you. Just a reminder that we're not saying that you have to buy the Numicon. It's just if you have £30 lying around and you can afford to invest in Numicon for a couple of years, then I think the investment will pay off for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.